News of students attacking teachers and their peers, another one trying to commit suicide, and another case of people who tried to poison her father have all raised eyebrows as to what could be the force behind the bizarre happenings in school. Now, psychologists tonight say that the cases have been amplified by effects of COVID-19, as learners could have gone through traumatic experiences while at home and they are venting their emotions. Our senior education affairs reporter Sharon Baranga with the details.
It is barely a month since learners reported to school after months of being away. On these first days of the second term in the school calendar, it was expected that learners and their teachers will be settling in school as they prepared to hit the road running, trying to cover up time that was lost last year. But this will not be so for some learners from a few learning institutions in the country. This is because instead of being in school, they are guests of the state. They are being charged with attempted murder. At Kisii Law Courts, a Form 3 student from Kisii School has been charged with attempted murder after attacking two of his teachers by stabbing. The 17-year-old student appeared before Kisii Senior Resident Magistrate Steve Onjoro and pleaded guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder. The incident took place on 12th January.
COVID came, nobody was prepared. Many never knew what the impact of this particular pandemic could be like. And when you look at this, the pandemic came to expose the rotten structures or even the dysfunctional in the family system, all right? And in this particular case, you find that so many young people were abused, exposed to a lot of trauma. And out of this, that's why you find that some of them, they retaliate and they tend to be reactive in such a way they end up harming another person. So there's a lot of anger that has been built within them, and they only wait for that moment where there's a trigger for them to just explode and express how they feel.
Relatives of the injured teachers now want the government to provide security to teachers.
Sasa naomba serikali ichunge walimu kwa sababu watoto waleo ni watoto wabaya sana.
We are grateful that our family member is alive, but we want to appeal that teachers need to be protected, they need to be safe, so that their welfare is well known, because students who joined school, they also need to be taken through to be given some form of psychosocial support, because some have gone through various challenges over these 9 months.
The World Health Organization had actually predicted that in the year 2020, mental health will be the leading cause of death among the young people. You know, the mental health conditions that are actually affecting these young people. And when you look at the COVID, this came just to amplify the magnitude of these effects. It doesn't mean that this was not happening before then, all right? But remember, COVID came with a lot of pressure. There was a lot of disruption in terms of the routines.
The student was released on a 50,000 shillings cash bail or a bond of 100,000 shillings. The magistrate directed the suspect to be remanded at Manga Children's Home pending a pre-trial on 27th January 2021. There are people who are pointing an accusing finger to parents, saying they did not discipline their children.
A lot of disruption in terms of the routines. And when you find that children they were sent home, away from their daily routines, where there was a lot of structure, order, and discipline at school. And when they went back home, they found a place where everybody else is stressed out. Okay, so this just amplified the whole issue, because you find that somebody who didn't have a balance in life in terms of managing their own issues, when they found parents who are not doing well in terms of, say, the workplace, most of them were chased away from their workplace, they were sent home. So you find that most of them, they had a lot of hurt. They were going through some sort of loss, say, opportunities at the workplace. Some lost their loved ones. And out of this, you find that this found its way to the young children, or even the ones that are going back to school in this particular time.
The Directorate of Criminal Investigation says that another student from renowned boys' secondary school in Vihiga is facing murder charges after he assaulted and killed the school's guard. The DCI's report says the student became unruly and attacked other students using a metal rod. When the guard, identified as Willie Mukonambi, intervened, the student then turned on him and hit him on the head severely. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital. The incidences are happening a few days after a university student is suspected to have been involved in the murder of his family. Psychologists are advising school administrators to ensure all learners are counseled as they settle in school. Sharon Baranga, TV 47.
Let's concentrate on this.